Hi everyone, this is Lisa with Fofucha Dolls, and thank you so much for joining me, and thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to do a rain boot for your Fofucha doll. She's really simple to make. This little rain boot is so cute. So I'm going to show you step-by-step instructions on how to do this. So grab a pair of scissors, grab your template, grab two polystyrene foam balls, some foam sheets of your choice. I'm using a pattern foam sheet and glitter foam sheet. Don't forget your iron and your glue gun. So turn those on and get them ready. And here we're going to start. I already cut my two polystyrene foam balls to shape. If you want to know step-by-step instructions on how to do that, you can tune into one of my YouTubes on template tutorial, and there you can have step-by-step instructions on how do you do that. Alright, so always make sure your polystyrene foam balls align with the template itself. That way when you're ready to put the foam sheet through, it will fit perfectly. So I have my foam sheet ready, and I'm going to warm it up. Remember to put your iron on a cotton setting, and I use a sheet of fabric over my foam sheet. So here we go. I'm going to warm it up. I'm going to give it about 5 or 8 seconds. I tend to peek through to see if the sheet is actually curling up. Once the sheet starts to curl up, it's a good indicator that it's nice and warm and it's ready to take shape. Remember, your foam sheet has to be nice and warm, or as hot as you can possibly get it. Because if your foam sheet's too cold, it will rip. So you want to make sure it's nice and warm, so it could be ready to take its shape. The key to shaping your foam is heat. If you have heat, you can shape your foam. And this sheet is ready, so I'm going to run it through. And it's perfect. See? I'm going to just let it sit there for a few seconds, let it cool down. There's no need to rush. Your foam sheet should not rip. Like I said, if it rips, it's because it wasn't warm enough. Alright, I'm going to pop it up gently. And I'm going to cut the edge slowly. This time I use my really sharp scissors. As you can see, I have two scissors right now. I have my not so sharp scissors and my really sharp scissors. I use my really sharp scissors to define my work, for it to be cleaner. The not so sharp scissors, I use them for the glitter foam, because I don't want to dull my good scissors. The key to also cutting foam nicely is very sharp scissors. So you definitely want to invest in a pair. Okay, so this is ready, and I'm going to glue it with my glue gun. I'm not going to worry about these edges yet. You could always polish your work later on when we do the final touches. Plus, I'm going to do a strip of the glitter foam as the bottom of my shoe. So I'm putting some glue around the bottom of my foam balls. I'm going to put my shoe over it and gently press down. That way it's being glued on nice and secure onto the balls. Alright. So perfect. Let me just clean this up a bit. when I'm ready to show you the next step. If you want to cut excess, you can cut the excess. And if you need to add a little more glue, you can do so too. Just grab my glue gun. Be careful you don't burn yourself. Just be very careful. Always take your time. I always tell everyone that's into this craft to just take their time. There's no need to rush. Okay. Alright. Now I'm going to actually cut yourself a template. I did so with this one. I cut myself a template. You just have to gauge it. If you want, grab a foam sheet and just do a circle. You're rather off doing a smaller circle and then making it bigger as you go along. Because if you make it too big, then it's not going to look right. It's going to look like it's not fit to be in the boot, you know. So I have this one ready, except this one's too short. That's why I kept it. I didn't want to discard it. And this is going to be my template. I'm going to keep this in my little binder of templates for my future rain boots. Alright, so here we go. Get yourself your foam sheet, and I'm going to cut myself a longer strip. Like, I don't want to be short on it, so I'm going to cut this longer than this actually is. If you want to do your template to actual size and length, you can do so. Like I said, this is just a goof up, and I decided to keep it. I'm not going to trash it. You'd rather have extra foam to cut off and not have to be short on foam. You don't want to be short on foam. I'll make sure this is nice and straight. Perfect. So I'm going to center it because I want my half circle to be centered. Here we go. And I'm going to cut it. What I'm going to do is, just to be safe, I'm going to make the circle a little bit smaller. Like I said, you could always make it bigger. Start small and make it bigger for it to adjust perfectly over the shoe. And it could turn into the boot. Okay. There you go. You see how it goes nicely over it? I'm going to refine the edges. It looks a little too choppy for me. So I'm just going to fix the edges a little bit. That's when you can start polishing your work. You just take your time and cut. And this is the key to having the sharp scissors. The sharp scissors and foam, it's a perfect match. Alright. My edges are nice and smooth now. A lot more polished. And here we go. I'm going to put it over. And then I'm going to glue. I can cut halfway of the shoe. You can already cut the excess foam. Don't be afraid not to cut. Just make sure that each side meets. And that's perfect. So I'm going to glue this end. Put a little bit of glue, hot glue. And glue. I'm going to do this also on this end. I'm also going to start to glue on this side too, because I wanted to secure it safely onto the shoe. So go ahead and put some glue. There we go. It's nice and secure. And now I could finish cutting the excess here because I'm going to close it up. See how it's starting to take shape? So here I'm going to cut this part up, excess. Like I said, remember to cut long enough. You'd rather have excess than be short. Because if you're short, then you're going to have to redo it all over again. And now it's a perfect close. I also didn't add glue here, so I'm going to go back and just add a dab of glue because I want it to be secured. Perfect. And then I'm going to finish up this bottom, and I'm going to put some on the edge so we can wrap it up. Don't put too much because you don't want to have a whole bunch of hot glue coming out. Just press it down gently, and your rainbow should start taking place now. Looking more like a boot. Okay. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut a strip of glitter foam. Here's when I use my dull scissors. I do not use my good scissors with my glitter foam because they'll make them dull. So let's cut a strip. Long enough to cover the entire bottom of your boot. Okay, my strip is ready. And what I like to do is I like to start my end from the back so your work can look more polished that way. And this is a glitter back, peel and stick glitter foam. I don't recommend you truss the back. You should definitely use hot glue onto it. So I'm going to grab some hot glue and put a little bit of dabs of hot glue. Just go slowly and gently with your hot glue. You don't need a lot of hot glue because then you'll have hot glue all over the place. And you can work in parts. You could just start with this half and then work your way around the boot. Okay. Now I'm ready to glue this side. Oops. I have a whole bunch of little hot glue spider webs. So go ahead and start gluing more. And finish it up. Perfect. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut a little strip to make my handles. There we go. I'm going to glue inside just a bit. I'm going to do my handles like this. Just glue it around, do a little twist, and glue the other side in. do a second handle. Cut another strip. And then glue. And then go ahead and put the other. I think this one's a little too long. That's okay. If it's too long, you could always cut. And there we go. Let me clean this up. You can take a look at your rain boots. And there you have it. 2 rain boots for your fofucha doll. I can't wait to see my doll with her dress. I'm thinking of also putting a rain hat on her. So we'll see. Stay tuned for more, and thank you so much for watching. And always email me. I love to hear feedback at fofuchadolls@gmail.com. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.